Hi, this is Kerry Ambrazunas, owner and operator of Blueground Discovery SEO Services. I do SEO for successful business websites, as well as Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google Plus, and similar accounts, which can help expand your footprint on the web. Your registration in the info box on the right will entitle you to a complimentary consultation regarding the current status of your website and what I believe it will take to significantly improve your rankings. So if you appreciate the ranking results that you see in the next video clip, please go ahead and register and I will be in touch with you. Okay, here we have the last 60 days of ranking results for one of my clients. As you can see, this we started off out here in the Netherlands past page 8 for the keywords that we're looking at here, and this was not the easiest keyword in the world to rank for, obviously. We had slow and steady progress. This is out past page 8 in here, and you can see 0 to 10 means on page 1, in case you haven't seen this type of diagram before. And you can see over the last 60 days, things like this happen every now and then in Google and their reporting. So we never actually lost our ranking right in here. You can see you have some fluctuations in how you rank, and as we continue to make adjustments, we gain ground. And that's not to say again that we don't have another fluctuation that takes us back down and then up again into new high ground. Okay, and I wanted to show you a couple of additional. This is a relatively recent addition, not necessarily for the work I've been doing, but I started tracking this particular keyword in a slight different iteration more recently. But you can see since we started a nice steady ascent into page 2 here, and obviously we're working towards taking that up into page 1. And again here, this one's a little bit more chaotic because I made some more major changes to the page, and we had basically some downtime there on the site, had to do some work on it, and then we took it right back up. Now this is typically something that you'll see on a less competitive keyword, where you'll start at nowhere, basically out past page 10, and then right to position number 1 on page 1. For a competitive keyword, we're not expecting to see necessarily that type of movement, but there will be keywords in related to your niche that we will see this type of movement on. Okay, and here's another client, and again this is a more competitive keyword, so we're not just launching straight to page 1. Position 1, we started here out past page 4, and we've had some steady progress, and it pulled back in for a little bit here, and then we stepped right back up into page 2, and now we're starting to make adjustments to move us on towards page 1 there. And again, this one a little less competitive keyword, but still we're kind of having to slowly and steadily make our way into page 1, which we've been doing it up in here nicely. And again, a little bit more competitive, but we started off on page 3 in here and moving up into page 2, and we just now broke up into page 1. This is the type of movement that we're really looking for. And one more example, again, this usually happens when there's sort of more of an overhaul required on the website. So I did some real sort of more detailed work with the on-page SEO in here, and it took us right back up. We were struggling to make progress in here, made some adjustments on the on-page, and now we're right at page 1, sort of fluctuating from the end of page 1 to the very beginning of page 2, and then back into page 1 up in here. Okay, and another example where we hit on to a less competitive keyword. It's still an important keyword for this particular site, and we just went from nowhere to page 1 right out of the gate. We'll typically see steady progress over a 2 to 3 month period of time, and this is sort of an example of what my goals are for a typical client site that is currently ranking. And typically that will mean that your on-page SEO doesn't have any glaring holes in it, and if it does, it's not a problem. You can make corrections to your page, and you might be starting off somewhere down in here if you have, or even worse, if you have on-page issues. That just means the way that your website itself is set up currently. Again, we can make corrections which will lead to this type of incremental progress.